Hello, my fellow Eagles, teachers, staff, family, and friends. I want to extend a warm welcome to everyone joining us today, and also express my sincerest thanks to all the people who have made this moment possible, my wonderful parents, extraordinary teachers, and of course, the lifelong friends who have been there along the way. I'm honored to speak to you today as the Salutatorian of the class of 2020. It's ironic, isn't it, that after 4 years of doing a good job completing assignments, I've been rewarded with yet another difficult writing assignment, this time in the form of this speech, and in the middle of summer, no less. But it's not so bad. After all, we've had a lot of times to ourselves this summer. Time to spend with our families, for self-reflection, and of course, binge-watching Netflix. One of the shows I've been binging during quarantine is Avatar: The Last Airbender. Avatar was one of my favorite childhood shows, but I found it's even better watching it as an adult. The best character in the show is Uncle Iroh. His words of wisdom went over my head as a kid, but I found that they really hit home in these extraordinary times that we're living in. And as I struggled to come up with what I was going to talk about during this speech, I finally realized that I could combine my binge watching with this assignment. Like, for example, when Uncle Iroh tells us that you can't always choose where you're going to make your life, that life happens wherever you are, whether you make it or not. Life has certainly been happening for us, but it has not been what we expected. Trips have been canceled, events postponed, opportunities lost. Some of us are heading off to college as early as tomorrow morning, and others still are finding out that they are going to have to start their college experiences online. We may not be exactly where we thought we would be or where we want to be, but life happens wherever you are, and we have to find a way to make the best of it. Or when Uncle Iroh says, sometimes life is like a dark tunnel, that you can't always see the light at the end of the tunnel, but if you just keep moving, you will come to a better place. This pandemic hasn't been easy on anyone. It is testing us in ways that we never could have imagined. And yet, as a class, we keep moving forward with the knowledge and optimism that we will come to a better place. And perhaps the most germane quote in the context of the pandemic and the political upheaval that we are witnessing today comes when Iroh presses his nephew Zuko and tells him that it's time for you to look inward and begin asking yourself the big questions. Who are you, and what do you want? Of course, everybody asks themselves these questions in life, sometimes multiple times. But this pandemic has made these questions all the more poignant. Who are you, and what do you want? Just as Iroh challenged Zuko to make tough decisions in a time of crisis, this moment commensurately challenges us. We are challenged with whether or not we will stand for racial equity in the United States in the face of grave institutional injustice. We are challenged with choosing a professional and personal path that leads us to a life that we find fulfilling. And as we go out into the world, free of the constraints of high school, we are challenged with living authentically and honestly as our own person, without fear of societal standards or of what other people might think. Although we've missed out on countless games, performances, conferences, and senior events, we have also gained perspective on our place in the world, appreciation for all that we have, and time to focus on what matters. And these insights will only strengthen the amazing education we have received at Santa Margarita, giving us the foundation to solve problems, to think creatively, and to be flexible. And of course, the foundation to succeed no matter what obstacles or challenges we may face. History will remember the class of 2020 and the extraordinary circumstances in which we graduated. But what they will remember most is our unyielding grit and perseverance through it all. And I know we will always remember the invaluable experiences we have shared together. Thank you so much, and congratulations to the class of 2020.